Could you do me a favour and just introduce yourselves a wee bit and tell me who you are and what role you are in the band?
Hi Stacey, I'm John and I play guitar and lead vocals.
I'm Ivor, I play bass.
I'm John, I play drums.
Don't know what way my life wants to choose. My choice, my view. You're going down, but you don't know. It's killing you slow. Always have to take. It's pushing in your veins. Give it up now, go. It's hard to know, I know. Got yourself to blame. This habit's insane. Don't give up now, don't give it, no, no. Hey, secrets, don't you tell. You're going nowhere. Keep doing what you do. That's it for you. I swear, I care. I swear, I care. You're going down, but you don't know. It's killing you slow. Always have to take. Pushing in your veins. Give it up now, go. It's hard to know, I know. Got yourself to blame. This habit's insane. Don't give up now, don't give it, no, no. Don't give up now, don't give it, no, no. Going down, but you don't know. It's killing you slow. Always have to take. It's poison in your veins. Give it up now, go. It's hard to know, I know. Got yourself to blame. This habit's insane. Don't give up now, don't give it, no, no. Don't give up now, don't give it, no, no. Why?
Now, how long have you been together? Can you tell me a little bit about like how Seneron was actually born, like how you came to be where you are now?
Well, the band was founded about 2 years ago, so around May 2011, and we'd all been playing in local cover bands and stuff like that, tribute bands, and then we just knew each other, and we just decided, me and John was playing in a few bands for a lot of years, and we just decided we wanted to do our own stuff, and we started writing our own stuff, and just thought it'd be more exciting.
Yeah. Did you find that you all have the same kind of thoughts about what way you like music and the same style and things like that? Is that what kind of gelled you together, really?
Kids go groundy kind of style, we like that's what we want to do.
Pretty much under the same sort of kind of genre of music.
Punk.
We we all grew up in that genre, like grunge, punk, stuff like that. So we all had the same.
So how did you actually kind of get to? Was it like kind of you sitting in the bar one day and were like, you know what, let's do this ourselves. Let's just get into this and let's just set our own band up.
Well, I think like with the two Johns here, they've known each other for how many years now?
10 years.
10 years, so it's a long time. I've only come into the band there 2012 it was. I came in the band and I knew John, who was just kind of on the band, but I knew Mr. Hamilton here a lot better, his family, things he got there. So I came into the band just kind of more of a fresh intake and things he got there. I think over the last year or so, for the three of us anyways got to know each other pretty well. I think what comes down to us is that through playing in bands all lives and things like that, seeing who's doing what, who's making out there and making some traffic and things like that there on the scene, I think together as a few of us, we said, yeah, we could do that there. So whenever I came into the band, they were kind of just starting to get the ball rolling. They recorded a few tracks. Then I came in and I brought really what I do onto the table and things like that, and it's been non-stop since then, really.
There was a definite hunger to do your own stuff, and for me personally, I always thought, well, for a career in music and playing music for a long time, and there's always like covers and tribute bands. I always felt I would like to have something to leave my mark on the music, my own stamp.
This is the beginning of the end. Why don't care no more? Will not listen, cry to bed. Losing changes all. Could not trust you. Shouldn't trust you. Why went here goodbye, my friend? Wow. You told stories I won't fall. Don't you have me so? Let me eat your brain. You lost because my yeah. You can play our game. Wow, until goodbye, my friend. Wow, until goodbye, my friend. Wow, until goodbye, my friend. Right.
When you're writing a song, because I'm not musically inclined, I love music, but I'm not very good at making music. But I always wonder, when you're writing a song, do you do the lyrics first, or do you come up with the tune first, or how does it all come together to be an actual song?
Well, it's a funny process. At times it could be lyrics, times it could be music. It just depends.
Yeah.
Mainly, I would sit and work with a guitar if I really like some riff or something. I'll come up with some piece of music. I kind of just hear the whole thing going in my head. I can hear a vocal melody. I would take it away and I would play around in my head. But then sometimes things change around. Like there was a new song that we'll be recording on our next album. But actually it was very funny. I came up with this riff, and about 6 months later, I just was pushed aside. And about 6 months later, then I was sitting one day. I was driving, and these lyrics just came into my head along with this tune, and I was like, "That sounds great. I'm onto this." So I went back to the guitar and it just slotted on with this riff that I wrote 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And it was crazy that stuff stayed in my head, and then all of a sudden, it just.
It's like all the pieces come together in a puzzle.
So
Yeah.
it's just a constant.
Yeah.
The brain's just constantly working all
like-
the time. It's just store stuff there, and it's.
And a lot of time John will come down with like a certain riff or a lyric even. They'll come to the practice room and he goes, right, what do you think of that? And we would be as harsh as critics as well. We would say, that's good. And then we would I would come on and say, oh, we changed this bit here, go into this pre-chorus, things like that. So together as a unit, whenever we got one chord here, we all come together
Yeah.
to kind of make it a whole. And then
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, for us anyway, I think is that we have to be interested into the music, because if we're not into the music, the people that's come to see our shows are not going to like it. So it's very important to us is that we write music that we like at the end of the day. I don't think it's having an ego or anything.
No,
I
don't think so.
I think it's just being true to your
I
craft.
think it's like being a true musician, and that's what it's all about. It's like, being passionate about what you do, creating what you do, and you seem to be able to have similar interests in your style as well, so there's no real conflict. You all seem to blend together that way.
Well, I think the two Johns here, they come back from a more of a rock kind of era, things you get there. Well, punk as well to a certain degree. With my background's more like kind of probably less more alternative hardcore, and then I come on
put your influence in,
and that kind of exploded a wee bit. So I got some part, and so we're just like, we're not just a rock band.
Yeah, it makes you unique in your own way.
Generally, we're always going to put the Seneron stamp on it. That fusion of like in the hardcore stuff, and me and John being under like a rock, and me particularly, I'm be more like grunge punk that I grew up on, early punk bands, 70s punk bands, and then the grunge movement. And it just kind of combines, and then it just, when we get together, when I write stuff and bring it down to the boys and we work on it, I have a general idea in my head how it's going to turn out. Then sometimes it doesn't turn out that way.
Yeah.
But sometimes, most times, I think it turns out for better because they're personalities.
Well, you get what you want from it at the end product.
Oh,
anyway.
for definite. And generally, we're always well pleased with it. As I say, these boys, I don't like to sort of come down and say, that's the song I wrote. And that's the way we're going. That's the way we're going to play
effort.
it, and just shut up.
I bet you're dying to say that sometimes.
But that's the way we're doing it. Shut it.
Truth stick.
But no, it's just like this formula now. We learn as we've went along how things really work in this band. So there's a working formula, the way we do things, and I'd be kind of pretty excited most times when I write stuff. I wonder how this is going to turn out here in the practice room now. When we get together, I know this is probably just going to get turned on its head, and usually for the better.
Yeah.
So it's pretty exciting, and that's the great thing about writing your own music. Like it's totally brand new to you. You've never heard it before.
Yeah.
Nobody's heard it, so you get a great buzz from when you're playing cover band stuff, somebody else's music, and you've heard it before, and you kind of just go through the motions. Whereas when you're making your own music and you come down, and when we get together, that chemistry just comes together, and sometimes it just explodes, and you hear something brand new, sounds really cool for the first time, and there's no better buzz in it in the world. It just gets your adrenaline going. Going, man, this is what it's all about.
So this next song's called One for the Road. This is off our first EP, Well Driven, which is for sale there. So get on it.
How would you describe your style? If you could describe your musical style to somebody who'd never heard of you before, how would you like label your style? Or even though you might not want to put labels on it, but if you could describe or define your style.
I think, well, we try not to kind of pigeonhole ourselves,
Yeah.
but the media seems to pigeonhole us a lot, which whenever
Well, they seem to say they can't pigeonhole as well, I guess, because
so they contradict each other.
I know,
but
but there is like, you can hear styles and influences on there, but
Classes
I got a
getting
weird
rock
way of
with
going about songwriting.
But I think like initially, whenever I came into the band anyway, I saw Seneron as a straight out rock band,
Yeah.
which is what it is, because rock covers so many genres. But through like the media outlets that we have things to get there, they do crop up other kind of music genres where they kind of influence of punk and grunge. So whenever we released our second record, we were going, it's a straight up rock record, and we were going, yeah, but we are kind of got those elements and to get. So I would kind of class this now as kind of a alternative rock, metal, punk
Yeah.
band.
Everything's-
Everything's
Yeah.
on the pop, just
Because I think because
Something for everyone in
well,
it.
exactly, because we have straight up good rock songs, and then our newer stuff now, which is more alternative, more kind of grungy, kind of dirty or roughage,
Yeah.
more kind of Soundgarden, Alice in Chains,
Yeah.
you know, early Nirvana, that kind of. So I think obviously for us being together for the last couple of years, your music style is always going to
Yeah.
change to a
Yeah.
certain degree.
Yeah,
Like,
you've got to
what you
evolve and
listen.
go with each.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's it.
like
Yeah.
you're always trying to improve. You're trying to change, not so much change your direction, like, because your gut feeling is always going to be you're just going to play like hard rock because
Yeah.
it's just what you love doing.
What's on your mind? Why hear you wild? Don't mess around, the world's all loud. Well, we'll see if you're lying to me. But never look, I have no doubt. Stop the talking. Do the walking. Stop the talking, do the walking, right out of my life for good. Good. Tell me something before I go. Does it bother you to sit so low? I didn't think so. Why don't it smile? Your dirty teeth, yeah, that's your style. I've been talking, do the walking. I've been Thank you very much. Keep her lit.
Tell me a little bit about your most recent single, Dead Stare.
Yeah.
If you tell me a little bit about maybe the inspiration behind that, and also your EP launch as well, that was quite recent. Because I think Dead Stare was quite popular over in Europe, wasn't it? Yeah,
It was.
You've got a big following in Europe.
It was pretty much a surprise, that song.
Yeah.
It was. That didn't
Well, in America as well.
Our market exposure has been pretty positive outside of Ireland and
Yeah.
UK, which is kind of remarkable
Yeah.
for us, because especially when you're playing in a band, you kind of think there's people outside of your town
Yeah.
or your country going to take us on, really. But we were lucky enough that we got picked up by a European agency who's been working along with us the last year. But Death Stare is, that song didn't make the record almost. I think it just really sneaked on under the radar, but we're kind of grateful that it happened, because it kind of has exploded kind of around Europe. It's been picked up over, I think it's up to now 10 radio syndications.
I think he's got it played in Israel, is that right? Yeah.
We got played in Israel.
Yeah.
So I
As
think
far as
the
Israel.
States have picked up on it a lot.
Aye.
It's pretty much the song. Where we get any radio play in the States or in review stuff, they're always sort of homing in on that song.
Yeah.
So that it's pretty much.
It's like your benchmark song, really.
And it's good to have as well. Like, you
Yeah.
know, we were quite shocked when we started coming in and we getting played in this. Like, we got played in, I think it was within 1 week, we got played in 8 different radio stations in Russia.
Yeah.
And then we got one of the biggest, this basically Russian version of Crying did an interview with us, and which was quite remarkable, because that's a big syndication within Europe. So I think the popularity and the kind of what we're seeing in Europe anyway has been really, really good. And we're kind of trying to step into kind of the more US territory as well, now along with Asia and China, and also Japan, which we've got a few exposures there.
That's brilliant. If you get those countries, you're,
Well, you're set more or less.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think for us is like, we've been playing in Ireland for a lot of years.
Yeah.
You just
want to stretch out a wee bit, and especially if you've got the fan base there as well. Like, out of all the countries, is Russia the most popular country for you, do you think, or Germany, or?
At the moment, it's Russia and Serbia. Those kind of elements and things you get there. Some feedback from Germany, which is good, and also some in Belgium, which is also good. So it's kind of been all over kind of Europe, which has been really positive, you know. But with our agent, he's based in Russia, so he's directing a lot of traffic out of there. Things like that. So fingers crossed.
So it was very surprising anyway, Dead Stare. Like the other 3 songs, they were just, that's the 3 songs, that's the 3 definites, what we do. And then it was a choice between another few songs, and go, okay, right, we'll settled in Dead Stare, and then that just. And when we actually recorded the song on the studio, we were like, okay, so
Really good.
no man, that song sounds really good. It's really come together. Great. This is actually, I think it's one of the better songs in the EP. So it was a big surprise. Like,
Yeah, sometimes they can
fluky,
be
like.
surprise hits. I think that happens in a lot of cases, doesn't it? Ones you don't expect to be the big ones. That's what ends up happening. So, but have you got any plans for touring or anything like? Have you got any big plans? What's your future plans coming up next?
Well, the future at the moment, we've started a pre-production on our new album. We're going to be going to record that at the end of this year. Then from that is, after we get all that done and dusted, we're kind of on set guidelines of what we can do. Is that we'll be hitting the road probably for about 3 months on and off, and for the start of next year. So we're going to be doing the whole.
It's going to be flat out 2014 for you then.
Well, we're hoping anyway for the first quarter of the year we're going to be doing Irish and UK tour, and then we will be doing select dates in Europe. Coming towards just before the summer of next year. So really next year is us to get this album. It's very important. Us to hit the markets where we've been focusing on the music over the last year at the moment, and just really promote that record for the year. So that's kind of a goal from kind of this until we see how things pan out over the next five years. So just to keep constantly writing and releasing records on a yearly basis. I think that's important, really. You know,
That makes the band stronger. Like going to play live and playing a live set will make your set stronger and stronger as well. When you can take all your best songs or what you think, or see what the best songs that goes down best for the audiences. So you just build from each record, and take out a few right there until you eventually have a big set full of, as you know, our songs that's going to go down really well.
This one's called for Fran. Sometimes I feel like I'm flying. Sometimes I know that I'm crying. Quickly dreaming, sinking, feeling I don't know. Memories fading, anticipating as time flows. Once I could see your face so clear. Now I don't know who you are, dear. Flickers of light to tell me my side shadow. Child again, the dignity and just take it. Leaving this world on my own. Been hanging on for so long. Just wanna move me on. Still breathing here, but I'm gone. Please take me to the dawn. Breaking off in you. Like the leader, like the beat, won't fight no more. See you waiting, anticipating, heading to the door. Breaking all the heights.
Right, that's all the serious, kind of the fun but serious stuff over. I'm going to get my truth thing over. We're going to have a bit of fun. This is the truth stick.
Okay.
Right, guys, I want you, each of you, whoever holds the truth stick, you have to tell a random fact about one of you other guys. So, you know, just a random fact. So start thinking now, and who am I going to give this to first? Random fact about either one of them, whoever you choose.
They're generally two good guys that get on with it. You know, so stop rolling.
Doesn't have to be a bad fact, it could be a good fact. or a funny fact. You can just tell them how much you love them if you want. That's fine.
I love you, boys. I love you, man.
That's beautiful.
You go next.
Oh gosh, what am I going to say here? What am I going to say here?
Well, I'm great, and you're really glad that you've met me.
Do you know where he writes his songs? On the toilet.
I write all my hits in the toilet.
That's
Actually-
it. You're next diver.
Number 1 or number 2 is what?
No, well,
That's the main number
that's
two,
true.
isn't it? Yeah.
That's true. I think like gladly tells us that every time he comes down to practice.
That's wonderful.
Oh, you going to say something?
No.
Go ahead.
Nothing. I do. I write. Most of the music's wrote in the toilet's the only place you get peace. you can just lock the door and that's it. And
But sure, all songs is good and they come out well and come down to practice them and that's us.
I'll think carefully about your titles now. Whenever I hear your lyrics and titles, I'll be
maybe
thinking,
that shouldn't be
what
said,
were you
really.
doing?
Get there. I think so. So, right. I don't even know much about these really. Had to be honest with you.
We just see you once a week and that's it.
That's it.
Since there's a couple of emails and
that down from your face, Ivor.
Alright.
We want to see you.
I'm starting to feel like your counsellor slightly now. This is like a therapy session.
Frank, well, the two boys, they've got baldy heads, but he can actually grow his hair, but he just doesn't want to.
And he
Isn't that
can't.
right? And he can't. He
I
can't.
can't mind just go on.
So,
Just don't want any more bad hair days. just less hassle. Shave the fist, shave the head, just do all that. And no on go.
So you have more time to sit on the toilet.
Less hassle, so more time to sit. Well, this gives me an excuse to get under the toilet. And just the way they shave my face and my head, I'll see you in a couple of hours. But I just, well, why are you taking the guitar on me here?
This is a new song called Freak Show. Sounds better to me, don't it? Hey! Held by super trash, everyone is so brainwashed. Leave behind the new sensation. Abomination. To your swings and now you listen. Why so long? Why don't no one home? Am I the only one who ever lived before? Pumping his speaks high on them dogs and blows. Zombie night, hold now is closed. I'm nobody, ain't nobody. I'm nobody, ain't nobody. I'm nobody, ain't nobody. Oh. Television rules you all. On your knees now you must crawl. show. There you go, told you so. Whole world now is just a living freak show. There you go, told you so. Whole world now is just a living freak show. There you go, told you so. Whole world now is just a living freak show. 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 Hey.
Right, so we're done with the truth stick there, are we?
I think give us a 3 months on the road. I'm sure we have some.
Oh God,
some
you'll
more
have to pull
stories.
any more stories.
These two. Anybody want to join a band with me? I need out of this hellhole. I can't stand them.
He'll spend all his time on the toilet tour bus.
Well, that's a big problem. Well, it's always the same because I've been on the road before and things like that. And I said to the boys, you don't really know how it's going to happen. See that back of the van, that's where we're sleeping. See that back of the van, that's where we're eating. See that back of the van, yes. That's where you're going.
I don't care.
There's a good heater in that van out. You'll be all right.
Well, it's called me. You would call it not to me.
Right, I want to know, everyone has got a guilty pleasure musically.
Oh,
I'll tell you mine, Atomic Kitten, Whole Again. How about you think?
God. I probably have a few, depending on how guilty it is.
Oh, well, tell us them all, that's fine. As guilty as you want.
Guilty
Dirty,
too.
shameful, it's fine. Oh, and Kenny Rogers, Coward of the County. That's my other one.
Aye, but is that really called a dirty? He's
He is actually legend, isn't he, really? He's kind of become cool again since the 80s.
Yours is Atomic Kitten.
Atomic Kitten, Whole Again. Do you know that song?
Spice Girls.
Oh, really? Oh,
He's a space boy. He would be a space boy.
who's your favourite Spice Girl? Next question.
I don't really know.
Well, I suppose it's not really a guilty pleasure, but it's more of a weird coincidence. I once met Aqua.
Oh yeah,
in
Barbie
London.
Girl.
A Barbie Girl,
Yeah.
the German.
Wish I had him met them.
Fancy out there. And
Barbie here.
And it was years ago. It was in London.
Should be my
so it was,
Barbie girl,
Shut up. My story. And it was along with a friend of mine, and he said, "That's who it is. Let's go up and say we're the #1 fans." So
Were you actually though?
no, I think at the time I knew they had one big song like the cover things like that, but we went up anyway. We'll kind of get a picture and things like that there. Don't use the photographs, but things like that. But it was a bit weird. But guilty pleasures, God.
I like Johnny Cash. But I suppose
He's
that's
cool.
not
Yeah,
just
he's
cool.
cool.
But I suppose it's become cool over, I'd say, the last 10, 20 years. But it was, my father got me onto Johnny Cash. Just coming at him, blasting it, and you just kind of got
Get
to know
into
all
it.
the stuff, like,
Yeah.
there was no age, like. So, some other country stars too, but I'm not going to get too cheesy.
No, that's what it's all about. They're guilty pleasures, so come on. Don't be cool about a guilty pleasure.
I do have a story. I once met Daniel O'Donnell as well.
Oh,
I've had a weird life. You know what I did to me? I said, "Nice to meet you, Daniel." He goes, "How's about you?"
Are you serious?
Hey, you're going to get hit with an attitude adjustment.
Lovely man, like.
That was a bit weird though.
It was weird.
Yes, indeed.
It was weird that
How you doing, Ivor? You alright?
he didn't know my name.
Oh yeah, I told him. I gave him your number as well.
That's why you done the funny handshake.
It was strange, and then I said, because at the time I was following one night for, I have played in a country band once and things like that there, which is a bit funny, but
All the confessions are coming out
I
tonight.
know,
This
it's
is great.
desperate. Oh, I could be here for hours with my hands. And I said, the drummer, I said, he goes, he did something. He shook my hand. He goes, well, he did that, and he goes, aye, he does that to everybody that he likes. He says,
Oh, everybody likes.
well,
Yeah.
he likes a lot of people. But,
Yeah. I know. Oh well, that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
compliment then.
Oh,
Take it
that's
as a
fine.
compliment.
are we off guilty pleasures yet? No.
We can be off guilty
Mine's
pleasures
maybe,
if you
I
want.
just like some country music.
Country
Hank
music.
Williams.
Hank Williams. Hank Williams III. He's brilliant.
This next tune was a single we released there a few months back, which you can catch a video as well on YouTube for. This one's called Dead Stare. coming. Why, friend, deceive me, oh so cunning. Why, friend, hey! Like a bring no warning, my friend. Walk up in a cold sweat, why, friend, hey! Why ain't gonna miss you? Why ain't gonna care? Wasn't here to miss you. The pity stops right there. Sit alone on now, fool. What your friends gon' wear? Jealousy just keeps you into nothing there. Better learn to keep close. Why, friend? Better learn, make the most. Why, friend? Did you leave it too late? Why, friend? Mess around, hesitate. Why, friend? Why? Why ain't gonna miss you? I ain't gonna care. Wasn't here to miss you. The pity stops right there. Sit alone on now, fool. What your friends gon' wear? Jealousy just keeps you into nothing there. The pity stops right there. Sit alone on that fool. What your friends gon' wear? Jealousy just leads you into nothing there. Woo!
I want to know who's the most girliest, secret girl. One of you has got to have the most products and beauty cosmetics, and
He needs them.
you wax your eyebrows and stuff like that.
No.
No, I don't think there's any of that.
He's not. He's not like you're all proper men. Like none of that going on.
Why is moisturiser?
Yeah.
That's allowed. Like
Is
yeah.
that allowed these days?
It's, yeah, but that means you're the most girly out of the guys if they don't. Like so. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely you're the most girliest.
So I'll say off that side. You know.
What do you
No,
use moisturiser?
On my face.
All right.
Where do you use your moisturiser?
Oh, deep moisturiser if you need it.
Well, that is brilliant, and thanks so much because you're going to be playing tomorrow night for us for our first live
Yeah.
sessions. So we're all really looking forward to that.
No, we're really excited about that. So
Yeah, it's
thank
going
you
to be
very much for the
a brilliant gig. Like we're everything's
looking
like
forward to it.
it's going to be excellent. It's going to be brilliant crack as well. And all the best for your future releases and things like that. Are you going to get
very much.
America, China, Japan, everywhere?
Back in Japan.
Yeah, take the whole country, take the whole world.
We're going to release an ABBA tune in Japan. It's going to go local, man.
I tell you, that will go well in Germany.
Long wig as well because it's a nice one.
And don't forget me Lycra.
That's it.
Right, I'm going to high five you. Cheers.
Cheers, Stacey.
High five. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Okay. Throw me round like a second skill. I'm your clown, won't you let me in? Take your time, there's no rush at all. I'm just here for your beck and call. Use me, pin me to the wall, but please don't let me fall. Tell me, am I wise to say, 'cause sorry, hard to say. Put me down, won't you let it be? Hanging around me like a honeybee. Clearer now towards your every way. I'll let you now, you chose to have your day. Yeah. Use me, pin me to the wall, but please don't let me fall. Tell me, am I wise to say, 'cause sorry, hard to say, yeah. Don't make me, you stick out, you kill me, you said down. Use me, pin me to the wall, but please don't let me fall. Tell me, am I wise to say, 'cause sorry, what to say, yeah. Don't make me, you stick out, you kill me, you said yeah. You said yo, you said yo. Hey! Thank you. This is the first song off our new EP, Order Restored. This one's called Please Me. like to say a big thank you to all you people who came here to see us tonight. And all the best to Misfits4Media for the future, for these live sessions. Been excellent. Let's hear it! Come on! Come on! Let's hear it! Oh yeah! Only a promise, then you throw it away. No harm in asking when there's nothing to say. Just please me, don't leave me this way. Please don't tease me, release me today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why? Thank you tonight. All the best. We were Seneron. Cheers. See you again.
Actually, like,
Shit, I love ABBA.
there we go. You feel better now?
I'm glad I got that off my chest. I love ABBA.